What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. So the official Season 3 update is upon us, launching on March 20th. It looks like Call of Duty is going to begin the marketing for that around a week to 2 weeks before. We've already gotten teasers at a Verdansk collection coming into the COD shop. And because Season 3 is expected to be the largest update we've gotten so far in Black Ops 6, I personally believe that we may get our first teaser this week, 2 weeks before the update goes live, just because of all of the hype that they're probably going to try to build around Verdansk returning. They're more than likely going to drop some images, teaser trailers, try to bring that nostalgic feeling back. Now, as for the blog as well as the roadmap, that's usually exactly a week before the update, so most likely on the 13th. And then that's the same exact time that we start getting pre-downloads. Battle.net will be able to access this update earlier. We'll know the file size. So that's what to expect with the current marketing and the schedule that we have. Now, also real quick, a reminder, I am doing an operator bundle giveaway. This is the winner for this weekend. If you want a chance to win one for yourself, all you got to do is comment down below your Activision ID and which bundle you want, and I'll be picking the next winner this upcoming weekend. The first thing that we have here is going to be for multiplayer. So we know that there's going to be a brand new set of maps that will come in every single update. Now, we can't really guess what the all original maps are going to be because they're obviously completely brand new and we haven't gotten any leaks for them. Now, what we do know is that there will always be one remastered map. Now, according to Ghost of Hope, there was a mention of Fringe, so that could potentially be the remastered map that we get this season. Apparently, there was a variant of Verdansk that had this as a POI, so it could make sense for this one to be the one that we get. But then there's also a couple of other past maps that were leaked. For example, we have Firing Range, WMD, Yemen, and then Launch. And as we've seen every single season so far, they will pick one of these, remaster them, and then the rest will be all original. There was also something else that was leaked, but before we talk about that, quick word from our sponsor, Mitch Cactus. It's a store that can get you the most exclusive operators, help you unlock the Black Ops 6 Mastery camos, such as Dark Matter, Abyss, and Nebula. And if you want to hit Master Prestige even faster, they can also help you out with that. They don't use unlock tools or mods, so you know it's 100% legitimate, and they have over 10,000 verified reviews on Trustpilot. You can use code Chidzo for a 5% discount. The link will be down in the description. Now, the next thing that we have is, according to Hey, I'm Alex over on Twitter, he mentioned this. He said, so specialists are coming back to Black Ops 6. Perk streaks earn perks for kill streaking instead of score streaks. Now, if you guys remember, this was actually a feature that we've gotten in past Call of Duty titles before. We've seen this in Modern Warfare 3. I'm pretty sure Warzone had this as well. And it's basically a specialist strike package. So what it will do is it will replace your score streaks. Say you go on like a 5 kill streak, instead of getting something like a UAV or a counter UAV, you will end up getting yourself perks instead. And it seems like it's going to be a new wild card that will be featured here in multiplayer. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about are the upcoming modes. So, according to Semtex Leaks, he actually posted this a while back. He said these are some upcoming modes that are listed in the files for Black Ops 6 as well as Warzone. And he said Clash from Warzone 1 and Caldera, so that's probably going to be for Warzone. Fireteam Incursion, which was Black Ops Cold War cut content. Fireteam returning. Hijack, a brand new mode. More Battles, a brand new mode. Rogue Rounds, a new. Sugar Rush, something new. Tag Trap, and then War Games. Now, as for the other modes, for example, like One in the Chamber, these they haven't really mentioned, but there are also possibilities that they can end up adding within the next update. Now, the thing is, some of these modes require larger scale maps, so what I'm thinking is, since they're adding Verdansk into the Battle Royale and into Warzone, what they could do is probably take sections very similar to what they did with Modern Warfare 3 when they added Rebirth Island, they added Al Mazrah. They ended up taking pieces of these maps and then bringing them in to multiplayer, closing them off, and then having them being ground war modes or some sort of big team modes that could be added into the game. And it doesn't even have to be Verdansk. Avalon, that's another big Warzone map that a lot of the storyline features, some of the maps are coming in from there. That's also a really good map that they can implement this feature with. Now, going on to the next thing that we have, these are the brand new DLC weapons that have been leaked so far. So we know that there's a total of 4 different DLC weapons that are currently rumored for the Season 3 update. Now, Ghost of Hope posted a couple of them. He has a lot of insider information and he's been pretty accurate so far. He says, grain of salt rumor, the AMAX could be potentially a weapon returning with Verdansk in Season 3. Alongside that, we also have the Kilo. Then later on, he made another tweet, mentioned the same thing, grain of salt rumor, the HDR will also be returning with Verdansk. And then a couple of other leakers mentioned that there's going to be the AMAX being one of the weapons that's also going to come in as well. So these are the 4 different DLC weapons that it seems like many different leakers, insider sources, and all are coming together and agreeing agreeing that these 4 are going to be the ones. Obviously, there's probably going to be a lot more DLC weapons. If you take a look here at Season 2, we got so many of them, like 7 or 8. And then they usually try to balance out the categories, so maybe we'll get a little bit more LMGs, some SMGs, some melee weapons, some sort of secondaries like a pistol. Those are types of things that they can also introduce as surprises alongside these weapons that we've talked about here. Now, one of the most important things with the Season 3 update is the brand new operators. We did talk about this in the past before, but 3 characters were found in the files according to multiple different leakers, and the very first one is Hudson. So Jason Hudson coming in. We've seen him in Cold War. We've seen him in the storyline for Black Ops and in the universe itself, but it just doesn't really make sense to add him here into the game because he is deceased. So that's the first one. Now, the second one is Rose. She comes in from the Modern Warfare universe. Once again, doesn't match Black Ops adding a character from Modern Warfare. It just sort of doesn't make sense. And then another one is Mace. Once again, same exact thing, but apparently his name is listed in the files as a Black Ops 6 operator, even though he's already available in Modern Warfare 3's Warzone. So you can use the operator in the current Warzone that we have alongside Rose as well. So I'm interested in seeing how they're going to be adding these. Are they going to add them as brand new all original characters, or are they going to add them as new skin variants? And obviously, there's going to be some brand new operators we've never seen before that they typically will be introducing. So that's something else to expect. And some of these are probably going to be available through the Battle Pass. I am going to have a dedicated video going over the Battle Pass in a couple of days. So we'll talk about that in more detail, the theme of this update and all of that good stuff. But these are the operators to expect. Now, going on to the next thing that we have here, and that is the content coming in for Warzone. Now, Warzone is receiving easily the biggest update out of all of the modes, considering Season 2 really didn't add much other than preparing for Season 3, so you can expect all the content will be available within this update. The first thing that we know is it's all but confirmed Verdansk is going to be the major big map that will be added here in Battle Royale. Streams were already mentioned in the files. Content creators and news outlets have already been invited to play test Verdansk, so it seems like the testing and the opinions and the feedback and the changes, it looks like that's already been done. Now, alongside Verdansk, there's a couple of brand new features they're going to be implementing to Warzone. One of the first ones, which they've already done, is 150 players. So they have already done that in Battle Royale modes. It looks like that's going to be something they're going to continue doing here, and they tested it for Verdansk. The second thing that we have is floating loot. That's something that Ghost of Hope mentioned his insider, the person who got to play the game early, noticed within the gameplay. Another thing is that according to leakers found in the files, there's going to be new vehicles. For example, a drivable forklift on the Verdansk map. So I don't think it's just going to stop at a forklift, but there's going to be other types of vehicles and movement and traversal items within the map, because we don't have any sort of movement other than the vehicles from what I'm getting at here with the leaks, like balloons and things like that. I don't think they're going to be there. And then another thing is that they also have found LTM modes coming in. So for example, Resurgence is going to be a mode that Verdansk will have. So we know that obviously the big map is going to have Battle Royale, but it looks like they're also going to section it off and have Resurgence modes, as we've seen with Yerzikistan, Al Mazrah, and other maps like these. Now, alongside everything, this also comes in at a perfect time, and this also brings us on to the events. So the very first one that we have here is going to be the 5-year anniversary. So far, if you've noticed in the Season 2 Reloaded blog, although Season 2 ends on March 20th and the anniversary is on March 10th, they haven't really mentioned anything about any free gift packs or Warzone 5-year anniversary. So I think that they're actually going to wait until the 20th and make a massive event tied to just 5 years of Warzone in general. So I think there will be some challenges you'll be able to complete. We've already mentioned there's daily login rewards coming in with Season 3 that I talked about in yesterday's video. So I'm thinking that will be the first event that we get when the Season 3 update goes live. Now, another event that we have is going to be the 420 one. Obviously, 420 lands within the middle of Season 3. They went ahead and did a massive event last time around. We got 420. They gave us a brand new map. They gave us a new variant for Warzone. We had the parkour we were able to do, the crazy camos that you were able to unlock. So I'm thinking they're probably going to do the same thing. I know Call of Duty, for some reason, really loves 420. They even already added a 420 themed operator bundle. I don't think it's released yet, but I'll go ahead and showcase that. But it's the fact that they typically will do these types of events every single year. So that's something that you can also expect will be added alongside this update. And then the last thing to expect is going to be some sort of a crossover. We have no idea what the crossover for Season 3 will be. Maybe when the blog post comes out or the download is live, we'll get an idea on who we're getting a crossover with next. But a movie, television, any famous character is a potential possibility for Call of Duty to bring in. Maybe we can get a throwback collab to something that we got in Verdansk, and that could end up being implemented and added. And then there's going to be the premium event pass. There's also going to be the limited time modes and the things like that that'll be associated with it. So there's a lot of events to expect. We only know of 2 of them so far, so you can expect a lot more. But other than that, the next mode that we have is going to be zombies. So zombies is also getting a lot of love within this update. The first thing that we have is the mansion map. It's all but confirmed that it will be launching in Season 3. I personally think the Reloaded update is where we're going to get the zombie stuff, but that's the first thing. So the mansion, I think, is going to play a very key role because it took us all these DLC updates to get the Sentinel artifact, and now we're actually going to get to activate it and see exactly what's going to go down. And then there's also Sam. It seems like she has her own plot, so what's going to happen with that in the storyline, I think it's going to be very interesting there. And then on top of this map, there's also going to be double tap returning. That's something that many people have been requesting. They feel like the guns start getting useless after round 10, and double tap will make that big difference once that comes in. So that's something else that was leaked. And then there's also the other items and field upgrades. We've talked about this. I had a dedicated video a couple days ago, but the Frost Blast field upgrade comes in. There was like this leaked Mr. Peaks field upgrade. And then for the ammo mods, Shatter Blast looks like it's returning. Then there's the Wonder Weapon. So the Wonder Wolf DG is the exclusive weapon, it seems like, for the mansion. The Ray Gun Mark II has been in the files for quite a while. Potentially that could end up releasing as well. There's also a bunch of brand new gobble gums. For example, Shopping Free has been mentioned in Call of Duty Nexus blog, and that still is yet to release. We got Power Vacuum, Ammo Chaos, Absolutely Over There, Support Group, and then Mary Paris. So definitely a lot to look forward to when it comes to pretty much every single mode here in Call of Duty for the Season 3 update. I'm going to have more information as we get closer to these updates. And just a major reminder is take everything said here with a grain of salt. A lot of these items and information has not been officially confirmed by Call of Duty. So just a reminder that some items could be delayed for other seasons. Some could be misinterpreted. Some could be potentially scrapped. So you never really know until Call of Duty officially drops the blog post and confirms all the content that the season will be coming in. But that's all they got for you guys in this video. Hopefully you guys found it informative. What are your thoughts and opinions based on the information that we have so far for Season 3? Do you think this will be the best season to date? But it's been your boy Trizzo, and I'll see you guys again. Peace.